Hey, are you guys there? Hey, you, are you there? Yeah, I know you. You're a former corporate high achiever, and now you're out in the business world. And Aundrea wanted to come and talk to you, but she couldn't come talk to you because she might be seen. Somebody might call her on the carpet. Somebody might see something about her and prove to the rest of the world and tell the rest of the world that she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. She hasn't achieved it yet. She's not there yet. She's not done it yet, and she shouldn't be giving you guys advice. So between you and me, I just want to let you know she couldn't come out because the imposter in her was screaming. So I came out instead to talk to you because you see, imposter syndrome is hiding, it's lurking, it's waiting for you. It's waiting for any opportunity to tell you and remind you that you're not good enough yet. You're not smart enough yet. You haven't done enough yet. You haven't made it yet. So who are you to be out in the world guiding people, teaching people, coaching other people, leading other people when you have a secret identity? Oh, I know you have a secret identity. You have a secret identity. You have a secret identity with a big black X on it. You have a secret identity with a big black X on it. And if anybody ever knew about your big black X, they wouldn't believe you anymore. They wouldn't think you were smart anymore. And in fact, they wouldn't even think that you are a professional anymore. So you need to keep your true identity safe. This identity, this big black X, you better work really hard to protect it by being perfect, being an overachiever, constantly doing everything right, hitting all your goals, being perfect in your job, being perfect in your role. And yeah, if you decide to leave the corporate world and go into your own business, yeah, you definitely need to keep that identity safe, because once people find out about that identity, you're done, you're dead. They're going to cut you off and you're going to be out of business. You're not going to make any more money. Nobody's ever going to believe you ever again. I know you think I'm crazy, and I know you think I'm silly, but the truth is, imposter syndrome shows up for men and women all the time. And imposter syndrome shows up for high-performing professionals who have left the corporate world and gone and launched businesses, and it comes rearing its ugly head because we're doing something different and we're exposed. In the corporate world, we were perfect, we were amazing, we were a high performer, high achiever, and we did that because we have some black X in our life that caused us some type of emotional, mental pain that we never wanted to experience again. And so we needed to create a new identity that gave us something to look beyond and to feel like we were beyond. So high achievers become high achievers because it gives us a new identity. So if you're a high achiever or a high performer, you know this because you do things really well. You have perfectionist syndrome. You want to be the best at everything. You've learned that your identity of your career, your high performance now gives you an identity, and you don't have to pay attention to that black X anymore. But guess what? Now you're in the business world, and now that imposter syndrome is kicking up even more. And here's how it shows up. Men and women both have it. We just do it differently. Women will say, I'm fighting with imposter syndrome. Men don't necessarily say that. They just say, like, I don't want to go live on LinkedIn. I'm not ready for that yet. Or they'll defer and do what they like to do as opposed to what they need to do. So procrastination kicks in, etc. So let's talk about imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome always leads to the same thing. Who I am is not enough. I haven't done enough yet. I haven't made enough money yet. I haven't. And I am not, I'm just not enough. Everything ends in not enough. Not smart enough, not enough money, not enough clients, not enough proof that I'm good enough. And all of that is related to because partially somewhere we're still holding on to some black X in our identity, and we're petrified. If people knew that black X about us, they would know we weren't enough. They would know that we're not smart enough, good enough, and then we'd be done. We'd be embarrassed, we'll be rejected, we'll be the laughing stock, we'll be kicked out of the community, we'll be kicked out of the herd, and we will no longer be safe. So my name is Aundrea De Leon. I work with high-performing former corporate professionals who are now business owners and consultants to help them break through these barriers to increase their confidence and clarity so they can start creating consistent income. And we do that in a really surprising way. If you are struggling with imposter syndrome, if you're this high achiever who is afraid to step out and be seen in your new role because you don't feel like you have done enough yet, you are not there yet, you're not doing enough yet, you don't have enough dollars in the bank account yet, we can end that and stop that really quickly so we can get you moving forward and moving beyond. If you are struggling with your imposter syndrome, I want you to think about what is the black X that you're afraid of? Because the black X, nobody else cares about as much as you do. What about that black X is still bothering you? What emotions do you still have about it? What thoughts and beliefs do you still have about yourself? Because that's just where we need to go and solve for that. And all of this goes away and you start showing up comfortably, confidently as you in all areas in your life. If you want help with this, you want to have a conversation about how this process works and how it can work for you, give me a call. Set up a 15-minute call and I'm happy to have a conversation. I hope you have a great day. And remember, you are enough. You always have been, you always will be. Don't let the world tell you otherwise.